Hey guys, Tank here. I'm going to be working on my Cross Canyon GCM Cross Canyon chassis for my Razer build. This guy. This is a GCM an old car that he used to have, so evolution and things like that, so he decided to build something else, and I got this at a pretty sweet price. Now I'm going to rebuild it for my little guy. So this was already made. I got this little guy from a friend, and also I got these tires. These are actually JC Concept ROCX. So I don't know, Rock X, I don't know. Anyways, they used to be 2.2s, but Chris at GCM has cut them down and made 1.9s with them. So they're going to be they're going to look flatter, and they really do look flatter and look more scale on this buggy. So it's going to look cooler. And for the winter, I might be actually using these on my SCX-10 because they're nice and wide. It might work a little bit better in the snow. But for now, they're going to be going on there, and I just put some cheaper rims on there. They're not aluminum. They're from Axial. So I'm putting that on for now and see how it goes from there. So basically, I'm going to be putting these together this morning. Morning for me. I don't know for you guys. So basically, this is the chassis from GCM. Again, it's a Cross Canyon. They do have lettering on this side and lettering on this side, not on the inside. So when you're putting them together, first thing you got to figure out is don't put them like this, because now the lettering is actually on the inside. You can, it doesn't make a difference, but just for cool factor, put them on the outside. So you get two frames, that's a chassis kit. You get the center bar, you get the middle, man, I got a blank. You got the middle, not a transmission, transfer case, that's it. Transfer case for the center. These do come apart, so you can actually put this on this side, that side, and GCM has a cool video that actually shows this, so I put it all together. So I'm not going to bother showing you guys, just look at his video. And also, I already installed the transmission on it. So this is the center part for the transmission. Because the way the model is, I have to put the motor in front, so the motor is going to be in the front. So when I mount this, it's going to be mounted farther back so that the motor is going to be at the front. And don't forget, this is a front for the servo. And all these screws do come with it. So I'm going to be starting this. I'm going to be putting a dab of thread lock adhesive on all my screws. So just because it's all aluminum, so I'm going to be doing this, and I'll be back in just a minute. Now I've put just a little drop on this. This one from Factory Team is very strong. I put a screw once, and I basically put a lot on the screw, and I had a very hard time taking it out. So on some of the Loctite that you're going to be using, make sure you just put a little tiny dab on your screw, or else you'll never get it out. Okay, for the middle part, the transfer case, they do have little position that you can actually put them. So you can put it on this side or this side. So what's going to determine that is what side your axle is going to be, or your center drive shaft coming out of the transmission. So I'm going to be putting it, so if I hold this like this, equal, I want my transfer case to be on the left so that it lines up with the other one once I put the dry shaft. If I can put it there, and then my dry shaft is going to be on an angle. And then from here, it's also going to be at an angle going to the axles. So I want everything to be straight, so I'm going to be putting it on that side. And most of the stuff you're using is aluminum and plastic, so you do have to be careful on what you use to actually screw. Because it's aluminum, it's very easy to strip, and because some of them is plastic, it's also easy to strip. So just be careful on how tight you put it. When you feel it being snug, that's when you stop tightening it. Hello Sébastien. Sébastien has just joined me downstairs. Je fais une vidéo. I'm making a video. Montrer aux personnes comment faire les choses. Pour les aider. And there we go. Transfer case is installed. So this one is going to go to the rear, this one's going to go in the front, and this one's going to go to the transmission. So it's going to be like this. Okay, now when you look at this chassis, you have a bump on the front and a bump at the back. So you look at it, you go, huh, what's the front, what's the back? Well, basically this is the rear and this is the front. One other way to find out is you do have two holes here, and here you only have upper holes for the shocks. So basically here, this is where your transmission goes. So you have a choice of mounting your transmission in the front or a little bit more in the rear. Depending where you mount it, it's going to be a little bit of an angle because you notice the bottom screws are a little closer to the top. So it will be a little bit more of an angle like this. For me, I'm going to be mounting it at the rear. And these are not C-channel or anything, so you can actually put a part, take it off after, compared to the other one from Axial. You do have a C-channel that actually sits in it, so once you put something in it, you have to loosen everything to take it off. Compared to this, well, you don't have to. And again, you are screwing into aluminum, so just be careful on how tight you put this. And I did put the word Cross Canyon on the outside. It's already starting to look like a truck. And your servo goes in front. You have the choice of putting it on this side or that side. And I believe it's going to go on this side. I am screwing this in there, and you can actually, there's two mounting holes that you can actually put it in, so you can put it farther up or back just by a little bit. But I'm going to put it all the way to the front for now. I know that on my chassis I have to take off these, I will have to take them off because these two screws actually hold the chassis down. So these are just going to be on there temporarily until I actually mount it onto the frame. And now for the center part. There's a lot of little holes here. These are used to be, this is their oldest chassis that Chris has, that's what he was telling me about. And these holes used to be for the old SCX-10. They used to have a part that used to wrap around and connect and all that, so you used to use these holes. These holes are no longer being used when you use these with some of the parts from Axial. I'm going to be hooking it up on the bottom part here, and some of the lower links goes on the inside, and some other links goes right here on this hole. So the bottom plate goes here, and the upper links goes there on each side. Basically, I'm going to put the transmission. Both are going to be right in the center, and then I'm left with these screws. These are kind of easy until I put the links. You just stick them all in there for now. They will be loose until I put the links in there. And these nuts are just going to be in there so it doesn't come out, but I won't screw them tight, because I still have to put my links in there. But at least it's going to hold the chassis down. And the screw won't fall out. Whoa! I got big fingers, so I like using needle nose. So there we go. So now this lines up pretty much to this one, which is going to turn the center one to drive my dry shafts. I was asking Chris, there's nothing at the back. He was saying usually you put the part that holds your bumper down. This is what usually holds it. Or a metal bumper would actually hold everything in the center, because otherwise it does squeeze down once you put the axles and the shocks. But once you have everything attached, it should be honky-dory. So basically, in the front here, this is where the front is going to attach, and this is where the rear is going to attach. So now, this is going to go there, and there, and everything is hidden, and everything's going to fit perfectly. Once it's attached. So now I got to finish off the axles. Oh, my guy fell out. Should wear your seatbelt there, buddy. So basically, that's the short of it, of how things are going to go onto here. I still have to mount the motor, but basically that's the frame. That's how fast it is to mount this frame. And both shock towers are going to there. And I'll see you soon on the next one once I put the axles together. These are just SCX axles. I will be cutting these because I don't need no more. It's going to be mounted on the servo. The servo is going to be mounted on the frame, so I won't need this anymore. And I will be putting a panhard. So, see you soon on the next video.